Morning has broken.
Morning has
Like an enormous flatulent fart.
Morning has broken.
Oh, Christ almighty. Look, it's bad enough when you sing well. So when you sing badly, my God. So Nadia, this is a one prescription, which is now blurry because of your misorder.
Oh, Mark, you've been
So
waiting
you've actually actively damaged my eyesight because you pressed the wrong button, probably because you couldn't see what you were pressing. Hello everyone, Jess Edits, Cadagirl, Leo Vibe Feeler, Grace Cook, April Hill, Nikki Macro, Lorraine Eads, Andy, Stuart G, how are you? Tricky Woo, Ellen Jones, hi Layla.
I went shopping yesterday, guys. How nice is this?
It's like a, oh, you know what it's a bit like? You're like a fruit bat. Put your arms out. No, they're not. Well, they're not
What
nice
do fruit bats do?
No, but you look like you could jump off a high-rise building and you could... You're just trying to make all the most horrendous noises today.
That's what bats do.
But you could dive off a building and you could glide. Anyway, let's wait for Nadia's next awful sound.
In case you weren't on the Instagram that I was just doing live, we were laughing because Lisa, we went shopping yesterday for clothes for shoots and various things. And we'd just been going through all the clothes and she went, oh, this will do really well for your moaning and groaning. What's my moaning and groaning? She goes, you know that coffee thing you do in the morning?
Yes.
What do you think of these glasses?
Oh, I see, Miss Sawalha, you look lovely.
They're quite...
Are you ready to take shorthand? Or longhand? So you're bouncing around about Boris. Tell us about Boris. I haven't seen I can't find a news story about Boris.
Oh my God, well, I just
Apart
saw...
from his appalling speech.
His speech, but the part of his speech when he said, and of course people that don't want this government, that's the bit I just got to work, come out with ludicrous things, but one thing is for sure, that the reason I was hit so brutally by this deadly virus was because of a common underlying condition. I was too fat.
Oh,
He
right,
did this pause.
does he?
He does this long pause and then he goes, it was the way he waited.
Was he being funny?
No.
Oh.
But he didn't know how to say it.
Oh.
And then you saw him go, fuck it, I'm not going to try and be too politically correct here. I was too fat.
I must admit, whenever I get to the F word, I flounder like a
Nobody knows
fish.
what to do with the F word.
Especially even if you're
Nobody
describing
knows.
yourself, even if you're shaming
It's
yourself.
definitely worse to say fat than punk these days.
Then what? You just said it. It's true though, isn't it? You can't say fat. I mean, I suppose if you were to describe anyone as fat, you are only being pejorative and horrible, aren't you?
Well,
There is
a medical. I mean, I personally don't
fat?
mind saying this here that I've got here is fat. That's fat because that's a technical term.
Right.
It's a biological fat.
Faith Goodman always calls herself fat, you see.
But underneath that skin, there is fat, and I'm all right with that. And I thought it was quite interesting that he had this long pause and then went too fat.
But it's interesting. It's an interesting topic about
It's
whether using it about yourself is allowed, but using it about someone else isn't. And
I think it's always all right to call yourself whatever the hell you... Jesus Christ, if we get to the point where we can't even...
Well, I won't even on the
say
list
things
of what
to
I am.
ourselves.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Then, but yeah, it's nobody else's business about what somebody else is. That's what I've learned over the years. It is nobody's business. But I think what was so important about him saying that today and just saying it as it is doctors are in a very difficult situation, apparently, that they're not allowed to say that, or it's very difficult for them to say it to patients. Right. And he stood up there and he said, plain and simple facts are, coronavirus hit me much harder, COVID hit me much harder because I'm fat.
Right. Because
I was too fat.
Right.
And it's like a really clear message. And since then, he has gone on a fitness regime and he's lost 2 stone.
That's quite something.
And apparently he's done it with intermittent fasting. And
he did say a long time ago, didn't he, when he was in cabinet? He said the way to beat that. I mean, we do have to have a sort of... The problem is that being overweight or fat or whatever you want to call it isn't always a choice. No. It's not a simple choice.
No, people living with obesity, it's a very, very complex thing. Extremely complex, both physiologically and psychologically. And just to say to somebody to lose weight, I mean, there was somebody at work the other day and went, oh God, it's really simple. If you're too fat, just eat less and move more. Well, no, it's not really simple, because
I mean, I wasn't fat. Yeah, no.
The Western world, billions of pounds are made every single year with people selling products to try and help people to do that very thing.
And in many regards, the very concept behind the Social Dilemma documentary, which we are going to review sometime this year, the very idea that it works.
Why do you have to say it like
I'm
that?
joking.
Like,
no, I'm joking, because we
so
both keep promising.
horrendously let
no,
down.
I keep talking about us.
Bloody hell.
But which underneath and beneath the subject matter of the Social Dilemma, they're talking about the fact that, you know, it's not even a direct message to stay addicted. It's how it works on the brain. Food does exactly the same. I mean, I wasn't necessarily fat, but I am struggling so hard with the reduced appropriate diet of the Joe Wicks, because most of the eating time is emotional time. Because
you like so many of us, use food to sort out your feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
And until the world understands that that is a thing, we are never going to properly tackle obesity or overeating, because you can overeat and be thin. This isn't always about weight. The idea, yes, the weight issue is something we have to keep discussing re-COVID, but for our health. But overeating, using food either to starve or to overeat to control how you're feeling, hasn't been properly addressed yet.
And it's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing.
It just hasn't.
Because it's another multi-billion-pound industry that can't run the risk of being threatened.
Yeah, and that's why so many people that struggle with their food, just my heart, because as you know, I've always been very honest about my struggles with it. My heart goes out to you, because there's so little understanding. Oh, just lose weight. Oh, well, if. You know, and dieting brands will know that they get cycles 3 times a year where they get people to join up again, go on the diet, that they're then going to come off, crash diet. I mean, apparently, of course, we don't know. Sources say that he's doing intermittent fasting, Boris, which seems to work really well with men. It works really well. Apparently, I mean, so many men use that, don't they? All the Atkins, all this stuff. I don't agree with all that Atkins and all that, because I think you have to come off it. But intermittent fasting is something that's really doable for a lot of people.
It's quite something, though, isn't it? That it's like you say, when you actually say the sentence, it's not actually been dealt with. In this age of such sort of sophistication, psychoanalysis, we're all getting in touch with every fucking corner of our bloody selves, apparently. But the very sort of essence of some of the most fundamental problems we have is that we drink too much because of emotions, and we eat too much because of emotions, but behind them all is an economic push.
Billions and billions of dollars economic.
We've got a system that needs us to keep gorging.
I mean, I'm not kidding you. I have spoken, and I won't say their names, directly to some of these dieting clubs, and they say, oh, it's great, 3 times a year. You know,
wow. It's the yo-yo.
Yeah, it's so people want to lose 2 stone for Christmas, and I've been a victim of this. I've written stuff on this. Oh, let's all lose a stone for Christmas. Let's all lose a stone for our bikini. Let's lose a stone for Easter, and it's just a cycle. Everyone loses the stone and then puts it back on. But I was just really interested that a world leader, stood on the stage yesterday and said, I was too fat.
Well, Trump didn't, did he? Trump said,
well,
I'm
because
immune.
Trump is immune, even though he's
Trump's
positive
immune, even though he's
and
got
having
it.
oxygen and every drug on the planet, he's immune. Don't get me started.
But we're in a world where people are actually explaining what he meant. He said he's immune, which is impossible, because he's got it. It's impossible. You can't leverage language around that. And this is what we're in now. We are in an age now where people can query what words mean.
Did you see all this stuff about Kellyanne's daughter? You know Kellyanne?
Yeah, she's screaming for help.
Well, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, apparently she's signalling for help with strange messages.
Kellyanne is?
I saw something on the Sky News.
Well, because she filmed something with her mum and put it on Snapchat or Reels or something.
Right.
And you hear her mum go, "Are you filming me again, Kellyanne?"
Right.
And then the phone goes dead.
Right.
And then she uploaded it and then it disappeared.
Yeah, I saw some...
And it was something about her saying to her mum, "You haven't got COVID."
Oh.
Yeah, and then she was saying, she's like a whistleblower. It's like I read an article last night. I wish I could bloody find it. It was so late.
Mark, you okay? You look better. I'm fine.
A bit what?
You look pissed off. I'm just listening.
No, he is a bit down.
It's my eyes.
He's struggling with food.
It's my eyes. I am struggling with
He's
food.
really struggling.
I'm really struggling with food. I've massively.
And they know you so well, don't they?
I've massively reduced my. Mark, have you been doing the curly girl method? No, but
His hair's going so curly,
it's
isn't
a bit
it?
curly, isn't it?
Mark, what is Kellyanne in the White House? She's very close.
Well, she was his closest advisor, wasn't it? I thought she'd left. Left, but has she come back?
Well, so this is it. This is what we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, that both her and her husband had a sabbatical from politics because their daughter is so screaming mad at Trump.
Just explain who Kellyanne is at the moment.
So I'm
she
just
was
looking.
She was Trump's sort of closest advisor.
Yeah.
And she was the one who would be trotted out on all of the news stations, his mouthpiece.
Yeah, she was the advisor.
But she, I know for a fact, I thought she stepped down or stepped away, and maybe she stepped back for the
So
campaign.
her 15-year-old daughter has become a social media star for trolling her own mother.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's curious.
But as usual, that's the effing Telegraph, and I can't read anymore unless I pay them, and I don't want to.
The Telegraph, great. My best friend lives in Boston. She is absolutely devastated by Trump.
Devastated.
Well, apparently, within the space of half an hour yesterday, he had tweeted 50 times. And it led to Biden posting a GIF which essentially said, "Stay off Twitter." That was it.
Really?
And we've got to a point now where our two potential leaders of the free world are having tweet rows. They're having a Twitter storm. Apparently Trump was tweeting like late into the night, or just couldn't stop tweeting.
Apparently, Secret Service agents are furious at Trump's behaviour during pandemic. Secret Service agents almost never complain about the president. It's unheard of. But now current agents' frustration at Trump's behaviour during the corona pandemic is starting to seep out into the public view. Here we go. I mean, the wagons are circling. They really are, aren't they?
I like that image.
It's all falling away.
I love that image because it makes me think of John Wayne and don't mention John Wayne. He was a terrible, terrible right-winger, wasn't he? Donald Trump could become ill with second wave of coronavirus within days, lung doctor warns.
Yeah.
Professor Stephen Holgate, a respiratory specialist at University Hospital Southampton,
Silly
told
man,
Sky
he should
News
be
the
looking
decision to
after
allow
himself.
the US president to leave the Walter Reed Hospital was not textbook. Here's my thinking about the Walter Reed Military Hospital. I reckon they were all wanting to people please like mad, so they just had to do whatever he said. And I think perhaps what's crept into a military hospital is a sense of competition.
Yeah.
And they just want to get him pumped up, steroided up, standing like Terminator. Maybe they thought it was Arnie Schwarzenegger. I am back.
Yes, that's what it's
Get
like.
him in a helicopter. Get to the helicopter. Get to the chopper now. So they got him to the chopper. They've got him back to the White House. They think he's in Independence Day, Predator, and the Terminator. And that's because they've never been in the spotlight before. That's why 30 of them came out. I think it's just an ego trip for the Walter Reed Hospital.
Unbelievable. When I think of people that don't have bloody medical insurance in America, what did that feel like? Tone deaf
Look at the way he
to
pulled
what's going on for people in this country.
Look at the way he pulled his mask off as well.
Right, so Kellyanne has ordered Claudia Conway to correct comments on TikTok, suggesting she had lied to her about testing positive for coronavirus. So that's what she put up on TikTok, and it had to come down. She was heard on the film insisting that her 15-year-old clarified to her 1.1 million followers that she had 3 tests, one of which was negative.
Right.
You can hear her saying, "Do it now." You say, "Correction. My mum had 3 tests," and that she's actually filming her mum secretly while she's saying this.
Oh my God.
The teen wrote, "Little clarification from my previous post. My mother claims that she did not lie to me. She had 3 tests done. First negative, second 2 positive." I mean, this is the 15-year-old. I mean, anyone with a 15-year-old daughter is going to be identifying
Yeah,
with
very
this.
much so.
The secret. I mean, our kids go mad if we film them without
film their
permission, and
hand.
we never do. But oh my God, the amount of times stuff's going on in this house and you suddenly see them going, and I'm like, where are you putting that?
Yeah,
Nowhere where anyone will see it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Anyway, sorry, I thought you were about to say
No,
something.
that's okay.
So Donald Trump, Biden just saying, get off Twitter, mate. Start to run the country or run your campaign, please. What? Oh my God.
Oh my
Jesus
God,
Christ.
listen to this that her mum posted. My daughter Claudia is beautiful and brilliant. She has access to top doctors and healthcare and lives comfortably. Like all of you, she speculates on social media. Yet, she's 15. You are adults. We have COVID, but it's clear who's really sick. Is she talking about her daughter when she says that?
No, isn't that bizarre?
Or is she talking about people speculating on social media?
That's bizarre.
Oh my God, this story is going to roll on. Look, there they are.
Oh dear.
Mother and daughter.
Deary me.
Oh.
God, I hope that hasn't affected my mum. Apparently there's no water in East London. That's
Oh yeah, I
bizarre,
saw
isn't it?
that last
Thousands
night.
of people in East London and many in Reading were left without water. So now we've got a situation where the greatest precaution you can take against COVID is washing your hands. And great swathes of the bloody country haven't got water. What's going on? Come on, Boris, sort it. What was I going to say? Yeah, so they think Donald Trump... I think Donald Trump is on what they call a pink cloud. He's on a pink cloud of steroid-infused joy.
Did you
You
see
don't
Bette
tweet.
Midler's-
Hang on, you don't tweet 50 times in half an hour unless you're on something.
Mark,
so
hang on.
he's charging around, and in about 2 days he's going to crash and burn in a corner of the White House with a nappy on, going, oh.
He needs to calm down.
He needs to calm
Did
down.
you see, what's her name? Who did I just say? Oh my God, Bette Midler's tweet yesterday. I sent it to you.
Was it Barbara Streisand's?
No, Bette Midler. I
Oh,
sent
was
it
it Bette
to you.
Midler? Yeah, oh yeah, I did see it. Yeah, I can't remember what it said. Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it...
they're really good.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Yeah. Chloe Madeley's husband, James Haskell, constantly bragging about he's great in a sack. I must admit, I don't follow James Haskell, but all I ever see is him talking about how good he is in the sack.
God, I've never seen that once. I've met him a number of times.
Yeah,
I've never heard
I've
anything
seen about
like
6 stories which all keep going on about this. What was the other story that I had over here that I just wanted to mention? Oh yeah, no, you'll like this, Nadia. So in the Times, they're reporting that there is on the front page of the Times today, there's a huge number of doctors. I think 2,000 have signed a petition pushing the government to go for herd immunity and what you've been saying, to protect to keep the shielded, the elderly, looked after. And,
Did any of you watch the unheard.com interview I was talking about yesterday?
so there's a huge push for the fact that we just can't carry on like this, because this could carry on forever if we stay like this until there's a...
Well, that's what they say
Yeah,
in this
yeah,
interview. They say it will be here forever.
Well, that's
We
why I
have
thought
to-
it'd be interesting. Yeah, so they're actually saying this, which I
Oh,
thought...
so where's it gone to then? What stage are we? What?
Well, it's a
what
huge
level?
petition has gone to... hang on.
Oh, that's the thing I've signed.
Oh, right, there you
The
go.
declaration.
The declaration. It's
Yeah.
about 10,000... I can't get this to update at the moment, sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing I was talking about yesterday.
Let me just find the newspaper headlines. Here they are. Let life return to normal. World's top scientists
that's
rage
them.
against lockdown.
Well, they didn't
More than
rage.
4,000 doctors and medical experts signed a global declaration stating grave concerns
Yeah. Oh,
about the
this is
current
great.
response. This is when there were
They warned that
14,500...
curbing regular activity was failing to control the pandemic, yet doing irreparable damage. Yeah, but they didn't rage. They were very, very decent people talking in a
Right.
very... Why does everything always have to be...
The Mail does like those sort of really emotive adjectives, don't they? I don't know.
Twitter storm!
Yeah.
Oh, what? One person who's like sitting in their shed trolling people is a Twitter storm? I don't think so.
I think any music lovers out there will be sad to hear that Eddie Van Halen has died. Obviously, the innovator of Van Halen.
Lost his long and arduous battle against cancer.
Yeah, he was only 65. He was only
His
65.
son said, he was the best father I could have ever asked for. Every moment I've shared with him on and off stage was a gift. My heart is broken and I don't think I'll ever fully recover from this loss.
I know.
Nobody ever recovers from
It's
losing
so
their
sad.
parent, do they?
It's so sad.
Let's face it.
Yeah, so Van Halen, I can't say I was necessarily ever a listener to Van Halen. Aren't they a sort of heavy metal troupe?
They were.
Is that a sort of heavy metal troupe? I'm just having a little flick through some of the news
What was
here.
that
at the
with
moment.
David Tennant's wife there? Quite interested in her because
Where?
she's just down a bit. What's that?
David Tennant's wife Georgia shares the sweetest photo of baby Birdie.
Oh. I wondered if it was because a few weeks ago she was talking about the fact that she'd had cervical cancer.
Oh.
And I thought that was really, fabulous. Please, guys, make sure, girls, that you have your smear test because they're massively down on smear tests as well through COVID. And it's so bloody important.
Oh, this was the other legend who died, Johnny Nash. I Can See Clearly
Oh.
Now. Has died at the age of 80.
Oh, God, that's young,
that
isn't
song,
it?
come on, baby, you should
I
sing.
can see clearly now the rain has gone. Lisa and I were singing that yesterday, weren't we, Lisa?
I
Because
can
we
see
saw a double
wild
rainbow.
animals in my sleigh.
Is that what it says?
No. I was just trying to see whether you would pick up on pick
What's
up on
that? Oh my God, Lily Allen is joining OnlyFans.
after Rishi Sunak's advice to the unemployed.
What?
What's that? Smile singer, the breast plant.
Oh, jokingly share plans to get
I see.
implants.
I thought Rishi Sunak was on it for a moment. Now, it's your mum and dad's anniversary today.
59th, apparently.
59th anniversary, and your
Yeah.
sister posted an image, and oh my God, it's bizarre, isn't it?
It's a lovely photo.
Such a lovely
isn't it?
photo.
I haven't seen that
I've
photo.
never seen that photo before.
It's a lovely photo.
Never seen that
Fast
photo before.
send it to me so I can post it.
Oh, yeah, no, it's very
It's
sweet.
just such a lovely photo. Yeah, 59 years. I've got him some cheesy bread from the Greek shop. I'm going to take him round.
Cheesy bread.
Somebody said, have you made him a cake? But no, I've got him cheesy bread and khubz.
Because the vlog went out last night where he was
Kippy.
showing you around his little corner of Arabia, which was very cute.
So cute.
Very cute, wasn't it, guys? I just want to pull this story up
So
here.
good, isn't it, Jason N?
Mum seething as girl 6 found wandering streets after school's regrettable mistake. The whole mum has pulled her children out of a certain school because her daughter, who has autism, was found riding her bike alone outside school grounds.
God.
Quite something, isn't it?
Oh, God.
Can you believe that? Ed Sheeran. But yeah, so it's a bit of a slow news flow. The other big news for the day is, of course, it's the vice presidential
Debate
tonight.
And they're having flexi plastic.
Flexi-plastic,
Of course,
now-
he should be in a room on his own,
Well, he should be
self-isolated.
quarantined, shouldn't he?
Yes.
He's been around 80...
No, he's absolutely
Yeah.
supposed to be in quarantine. This is what they're all saying. How can you... And that's why I was so proud of Boris yesterday, standing there talking really honestly
Yeah.
about the disease. And I thought, thank God that we at least have clear information on what COVID-19 is and can potentially do. And you've got the vice president... running around the country.
Absolutely.
How can you say to people to self-isolate
Yeah.
if they've been in contact with somebody? You can't.
Well,
I mean, when you think about the fuss about Cummings, which was right,
But as I say, I think their campaign has decided to just fully alienate those who believe that everyone should be in lockdown.
Yeah,
it's gone along those lines
Yeah,
now, hasn't
that's
it?
right, that's
and they're
right.
just going to appeal to
Yeah.
everyone and say to them, look, life has to go on as normal. Tra-la-la, hello, how are you? Nicola Sturgeon isn't going to do the circuit breaker. Is that for sure? I hope that's for sure. I saw the infection rates in Glasgow were quite high. But has that just been announced? Has she announced that she's not doing the circuit breaker, or is that just a sort of supposition?
I don't know.
But yeah, I tell you what I'm most looking forward to about the vice presidential debate is hopefully Saturday Night Live's spin on it. Who will play Mike Pence? What have we got here? Oh, happy birthday to... Who's it happy birthday to? Sharon's 60th. Where's Sharon? Oh, look, there's Sharon with lots of Christmas cakes. Hey, Sharon. Sharon's 60th birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sharon. Happy birthday to you.
We do the most beautifully melodic birthday sing-songs. Yeah,
They
Johnny
have to
Nash
be
has
shit
died.
songs, that's
They
the
have to
point.
be. Yeah, no, absolutely. Soft metal, apparently, Van Halen is. Happy birthday, Sharon.
Scotland circuit breaker. No, there's no new news on that. Still saying it might
Tra-la-la.
happen.
She stated yesterday that she wasn't going to do it and will do the new guidelines today. Said she wasn't closing hospitality or schools. Oh, that's good. That's good. So yeah, okay.
Okay, chaps.
Lots of love.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a lovely day. Hit the thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Don't if you haven't. And subscribe if you like us. Don't if you don't. All right, guys.
Lots of
Lots of love.
love.
Have a good
Bye.
day. Bye.